Alrighty. Ladies, gentlemen, and non-binary folks, welcome back to the Dead Film Critics Society. 2 episodes relatively close together. I know, it's weird, but it's summertime. We have a lot more time on my hands, especially me, because they cut my hours at work. That's kind of an L, but that's okay. We take it, we move on, try to look for another job. But yeah, I'm excited to talk about the films today. What films are we talking about today, Daniel?
We're gonna be talking about Air, and you didn't see anything else, right? In
No, I
particular.
didn't see. Yes, I guess just Air then.
So I guess we're just gonna
Okay.
talk about Air.
Just
Um,
air. Okay. And
yeah.
not the thing that we breathe.
Yes. Not
Okay.
that
Yeah.
kind of
Let's
air.
get into the news. Well, the first bit of news I have is they've kind of announced some of the casting choices for Mortal Kombat 2, and Carl Urban he's in final talks to play Johnny Cage. I think that's not a bad casting, to be perfectly honest with you. I mean, Mortal Kombat is pretty over the top and violent, and Carl Urban comes from a show that's pretty over the top and violent. So I think it kind of makes sense that they would go for someone with his type of edge. People are saying he needs to shave his beard though if he wants to play Johnny Cage, and I kind of have to agree with them to be honest.
Yeah,
What do you think?
that like fits his brand overall.
Yeah.
Uh, I don't know. I'm not a Mortal Kombat guy at all, so
No, not me neither. I just think it was kind of cool.
it's kind of cool. But
Yeah. Yeah, I want to see him do some devious shit, man. Oh, my goodness. I have to, I mean, The Boys season 4 is gonna come out. We're gonna see some devious shit from him there first, but I mean, I probably not, hopefully not too much longer on that show. I'd really like them to not run it into the ground, but it's Amazon. I didn't like how they handled Rings of Power, so maybe they'll ruin this show. We'll
I
see.
I think they've given enough creative freedom to the producers who've made the show what it is so far. I'm sure they
Okay.
yeah, I'm sure I feel like I trust them at this point to cut off the show when it's necessary. But it also does feel like a show they will want to extend to some extent. They've already been working on spin-offs,
Yeah.
one of which they did make an animated one. I don't think no one really cared about it at all. I
Yeah.
also do
I
think
didn't watch
interest
it.
in the boys is dropping off a little bit, but it is like the one thing I remember when I was at a Walmart with my friends that people like there was this other group of guys who were pointing out. I was like, "Oh, the boys on like Blu-ray or whatever." It was like the one thing they pointed out. So like
The
it
Boys
clearly,
was. I found The Boys on Blu-ray.
I think so or something like
Wow.
that.
I didn't even notice they still did that. I didn't even realize they did that for streaming TV shows. But
I think Amazon's an exception. Like,
because I
yeah,
wouldn't mind some behind the scenes stuff like on a DVD format for like maybe Stranger Things or something.
I might be
Because I'm
wrong. They
always
might have just also recognized one of the act. Maybe they saw Carl Urban and
oh
something else potentially. I might be wrong. Let me see if this even exists. A Boys Blu-ray. Yeah, no, it exists. They
oh
have
wow
yeah,
oh
they
yeah.
have the Boys season 1 and 2 collection for $30 at Best Buy right now. So
Hmm?
yeah.
At Best Buy. Okay, well they got some good stuff
Yeah, no,
there.
Amazon's weird in that way. They've taken a very unique approach with their business model overall. In that, I don't know, they aren't like other streaming services in many ways.
Yeah.
In that yeah, like it's the complete opposite. I don't know if you saw the news about what Disney Plus is doing with a lot of their content,
Hmm.
but they are basically putting it away, like just making it disappear, and it's
Yep.
mainly they say it's to streamline the streaming experience, like not as much content being thrown at each person, but in
Yeah.
reality it's so if those movies and TV shows aren't being played, they don't have to play residuals and whatever royalty agreements they have with the producers and the actors
Hmm.
and the writers and everything. So it also feels like a response to the writer's strike overall, um, being what it is, but
No, I think that's fair. I mean, if with shows like streaming, when people can just like pull it up at any point and not have to like load anything into like a DVD player, I feel like yeah, residuals are more important than ever. Especially if a show like maybe it isn't as successful, but then let's say a clip of it gets posted on TikTok and then it's even more successful than it was initially. Then that technically is residuals because people are watching it again, right? And I think that's if people aren't getting paid, after that,
maybe
I think it's kind of
I'm
messed up.
like
Also,
and
I've heard a lot of stories about writers being cut out of like the shooting process as well, and that's kind of also led to some animosity. Like
well,
as
yeah,
soon as
because
yeah,
they're on
that's why these reshoots are happening because the writers aren't on set to like inform the crew. Like maybe if something they've written doesn't like work in the scene, they can recognize that early before they have to reshoot it. You know. So
Yeah. I mean, I think right now there's some shows that are going ahead shooting because they technically legally can without the writers,
oh
but
boy.
on set they usually always change stuff, and
Yeah.
that's writing. So I don't know how any shows are really getting away with that for the most part. At least not in America. I don't. Yeah, and anything that's been written by a WGA member, which I'm pretty sure extends to most productions around North America, and probably a good amount even in Europe. Honestly, a lot, all the American stuff being made in Europe, it should, in theory, extend to. I know
Mm,
the one thing I saw. There's another piece of news I have that I saw was filming that I was a little surprising was Beetlejuice 2.
yeah.
uh, Tim Burton directing, what, Winona Ryder reprising her role, and then not Mia Goth, frick me, Jenna Ortega, um, reprising her role.
Yeah.
Sorry, playing the daughter of
Yeah.
Winona Ryder, and
But
then
it's basically gonna be like a Wednesday Addams knockoff. There's no way it's not going to be that.
it's probably gonna. Her character, I can't imagine is gonna be too different overall.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll have to see what happens with that. Oh, you got any
Oh
more?
yeah. Sorry, I wasn't sure when you were done your thought.
I
I
was
mean,
almost there.
I don't have too much big news today, but also I forgot like we didn't do an episode like right when I got back from New York, so I actually forgot I saw Guardians 3, so maybe
Oh,
I could
okay.
talk about that quickly as well.
Yeah,
So
sure. Uh,
yeah. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, so we got some news about when Loki season 2 is coming out. It's gonna be on October 6th, and then Echo, if anybody cares about that, which I doubt anybody does, is coming out on November 29th. I don't know. I mean, I'm excited
yeah.
about Loki season 2. I thought Loki season 1 was pretty fun. You know, I quite enjoyed it. It was a little bit weird that Loki was basically in love with himself, but it's very on brand for his character. I kind of get it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that it makes it's very on brand for his character. Maybe too
Yeah.
on brand to some
Yeah,
extent.
yeah.
It's a little
Probably,
weird,
and
but
also probably some of the best visuals the MCU has had to offer in a while. And yeah, I mean, just with camera work as well, I thought it was very inventive and it was trying something new. It wasn't trying to stick too much to the MCU format, aside from all the constant quipping. But
yeah.
that's to be expected in these movies and TV series.
Oh, TV
As for
shows
Echo,
are
though,
for most
sorry?
part are. I was gonna say TV shows for the most part are built on quipping a lot of the time.
Yeah, it's true. No, I mean, well, then also like with the Echo show, I mean, I don't know why they're doing this. I mean, it's not really something that people are clamoring for, and I don't. I have no interest in seeing it. I don't understand what the point is here.
So what's the Echo show again?
Yeah, see, that's kind of the problem. It was a side villain in bloody Hawkeye.
A side
And
villain.
yeah, she was the
Okay.
deaf lady who had like superhuman strength.
Yeah. See, I didn't watch Hawkeye, so I
Okay,
wouldn't
that's
know.
that's part of the problem then. I watched it specifically for Haley Steinfeld. You know, I will marry that woman one day, hopefully. But that's
Respect.
besides the point. I love her. She's my queen. Yeah, but that's the only reason why I watched the show, and also for Kingpin to show up, which was nice. Vincent D'Onofrio from the Daredevil
Yeah.
show. I really like that. But yeah, no. She the girl Echo, she didn't really stand out very much, and I'm not quite sure why she's getting her own show. Much less getting her own show before we see Daredevil return in his own show. I kind of feel like that was a misstep from Disney. They just feel like we're gonna watch anything they put out. I hope maybe it'll be good. I mean, because I was
Maybe
pleasantly surprised by Andor, and I was like, why do we need this? Andor blew my socks off. So I mean,
the
we
difference
shall see.
could be that something like Echo sounds like it was made a lot faster and with not as much characters. Like, oh, people won't care as much, and maybe there will. That doesn't
Mm.
necessarily mean it's going to be bad. But usually, especially with these projects where you don't have very well known or like acclaimed writers, rush products often do not
Yeah.
work out.
No, I know
Um,
that's kind of my worry. I don't think it's gonna be like anything horrible. I just think it's gonna be painfully mid, you know? I
yeah,
think that's honestly even worse.
yeah. They're also trying the binge format. Like most of these Marvel shows and The Mandalorian have done week by week episodes, but this one's going to drop all at once, which either people think
really?
is, yeah, they either
Huh.
think it's an experiment to see if that's what they're going to do from now on with these Disney Plus shows, is that, they can get people hooked on the binge model like Netflix has done for so many years,
Yeah.
or if, they just don't have confidence in it, so they're just going to drop it all at once. But
Fair enough.
who knows?
I feel like it's more the latter because like the binge model, right? It worked for a while, but I don't know if you've noticed something. Who's talking about Stranger Things at the moment? Outside of their dedicated fandom.
I mean,
Not too many people.
no. The
Yeah, that's part of the problem because you binge the show, right? It's in your conscience for the week that all the episodes are out, and then you kind of forget about it until the next season comes out. With the week by week, you get to discuss each episode every week, and then I think it has more staying power that way, you know?
That's true. I mean, considering
Yeah.
how long, if especially if they split up those like hour-long episode, like two, like those movies that they decide to put at the end of Stranger Things this
Oh yeah.
season, we'd probably still be if we did it like, especially if this was like, so I don't know if they would never do this. If they made Stranger Things like a half an hour show, we'd probably still, in doing it week by week, we'd probably still be going through Stranger Things episodes, if we're
Yeah.
being honest. But
Yeah, that's true.
yeah, I don't know. That's an
But
interesting thing to think about. I mean,
yeah.
to some extent, I don't know if Netflix cares. I think they think if they get enough
Oh,
people
Netflix totally
in
doesn't
that,
give a shit.
with
Yeah.
that touch point in the
Yeah.
summer where everyone watches it, that enough people have been hooked on it that when it shows back up with their big marketing campaign for season 5, which
Oh
will
yeah.
probably be in 2025 at this rate.
Yeah. No, of course. Maybe Stranger Things wasn't the best example because like that's Netflix's most popular show by a
Yeah,
mile. But like, let's say something like Outer Banks, right?
yeah,
You know, like I think they're on season 3 or something,
something like that.
something like that. Yeah, but they release all the episodes at once. People talk about it for like a week, and then who the fuck is talking about Outer Banks right now?
Yeah, I don't know. I
be
think
honest.
Netflix should be trying to develop a site. Like, obviously those are important for their business model, just to have things that people are all watching, so then maybe everyone will all get Netflix accounts. And it's like each time it's like trying to create a show that a certain demographic, especially like them and all their friends, will start watching, and maybe that because of that a bunch of new Netflix subscribers will pour in, I guess.
Yeah,
But they probably should also be developing shows that take their time a little bit more and don't have the binge
yeah,
model. And who knows, maybe the hybrid is the best thing, because depending on the show, like they should have, like, if they want to battle HBO for like TV staying power, they should have some more some prestigious shows that like take their time, go week by week, and that
yeah,
hopefully can cause buzz week to week, so they have a little more staying power around, discussion around good TV, rather than, just being I really enjoyed this for the one weekend I watched it. And
yeah. No, exactly. I totally agree with that. I mean, like HBO is amazing at that. Like I'm still thinking about. I still see plenty of people talking about like The Last of Us and Succession because those are like top quality TV shows, and we're getting them week by week, and every week I think we're seeing something pretty impressive put up on screen. Even with The Last of Us having a somewhat abrupt finale,
yeah.
I still much prefer it to a lot of the shows that I can watch in like a week. I kind of feel like it's a bit annoying.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I yeah, it's just been what Netflix always does.
Yeah.
I think it's interesting that Disney's actually going to try to do a hybrid thing. And who knows, maybe they think Echo is just better to binge, even like, I'd like to think they have a more artistic slash, aesthetic, reason for doing this,
Yeah.
rather than just business slash getting rid of it kind of thing. But
Yeah.
who knows? We'll have to see, I guess.
Yes, we will certainly have to see. That's for sure. Yeah.
Uh,
Anyways, I have one more big piece of news that I wanted to talk about, and I'm sure you probably saw the teaser for it. Five Nights at Freddy's, the movie.
oh yeah,
The trailer finally dropped. We got to see some of the characters. We got to see the animatronics, the murderous ones, and then we also saw Matthew Lillard as what's his name? What's the guy he's playing? Fuck, I need to look this up. I'm not a big Five Nights at fan, but honestly, the fact that Lillard is in it is enough for me to be on board because I love that man.
Yeah.
Let's see, what's the fucking character he's playing?
It's definitely trying to be a bit of an internet movie, I think.
Yeah,
Just a little bit. Well, actually, most
as long as it's not as bad as the Slender Man movie, I think we'll be okay.
that's
to
most
be honest.
Blumhouse films, to be fair, honestly.
Yeah.
Their brand of
Oh, sorry, he's playing William Afton. That's right. That's the character's name. Forgot about
viral
that.
horror.
Yeah.
But I don't know, what do you
Yeah,
think?
I mean, did you ever play those games growing up?
I played.
Like Five Nights
I
at Freddy's?
definitely have played it. I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't think I succeeded at all because I don't think I was old enough to even. I don't know. I'm not really good at like puzzle sort of video games, and I feel like it's a little more in that direction. So yeah, I never figured anything out, but I think I played it, like the first one, a little bit.
Okay.
How about you?
That's good. Yeah, I mean, I've played. How many have I played? I feel like I've played three of them, to be honest. Like, they were pretty fun at the time, you know, but after the third one, I kind of just stopped caring because, I don't know, I guess I grew out of that phase.
Yeah.
But, yeah. I remember they genuinely used to scare me, like on my shitty little Samsung tablet, you know, that was glitchy as hell. It still
Right.
scared me a little bit. So, I don't know. Maybe the movie will be good. Maybe the movie will be good. Who knows? Or maybe it'll be like something like Willy's Blind, be just way too ridiculous to take seriously.
Maybe, I don't know. It'll be interesting. Like the fun thing was is that me and my brother's a video game person, so he was the one who pulled that up for me to see the teaser first. He was also always he would frequently talk about how it was in development for the longest time. But the interesting thing was, so I went down a little bit of a rabbit hole of the creator of Fred Nights and Freddy's, and it turns out not only, well, he's a little bit more of a reclusive guy. He like stopped making the games. He's not the head of whatever production company or whatever game studio that was making the games.
Yeah.
But part of the reason is because he was pretty conservative, and he was voicing some opinions that I guess didn't vibe with everybody.
Oh.
And
Okay.
that's part of the reason. Also, he said he wanted, but then that got me looking down a little more. And apparently, so before he made Five Nights at Freddy's, he made like these really cheap, like Bible video games.
He was making Bible video games?
Yeah, and like short films as well. It's like I found one of them on YouTube, and it's like this early 2000s animation. But it's just
Sorry,
really,
my dog's here.
Yeah,
Let me get him away. Riley, come on. There we go.
it's just really funny to me to think that he went from making these like Christian kids video games to like making Five Nights at Freddy's. I don't know. It was just funny to see that.
That is a bit of an interesting transition, isn't it?
Yeah. No. Well, I also read that apparently he was like, you know, when he was making those games, he was like using all of his money to do that. So then he was like working at like Dollar Tree and like working these like, you know, like store jobs, like retailer jobs to try to support him and his family because he had like 2 kids, I think, when he was still making these video games. But and he was like really depressed, and that was part of the reason why he made Five Nights at Freddy's.
So was like the security guard character supposed to be him or something, or?
I don't know. He never, like, I looked at some really old interviews about that kind of stuff. He never really said. It seems like he's a more reclusive guy overall, especially now. So he doesn't
I
really
mean, that's fair.
talk about what the video game means exactly, but yeah, I was curious. But as far as the movie goes, I don't think it's going to be good. The animatronics look fine though. They look well integrated into the world. I just think to make a plot like this work is going to be so stupid. They're like really limited by the concept of the game, and they're going to want to deliver the concept of the game for the most part. And in almost in the same way that Mario to some extent was limited, it seems that they could only do the rescue, well, sort of, or protect Princess Peach sort of from Bowser thing, even though Princess Peach has her more autonomy because, you know.
That was weird. Luigi was the one getting rescued.
It's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well.
We already talked about the Mario movie. I mean, you know how I feel about it. It's
Yeah.
pretty stupid, but I liked it. You know?
Yeah, and people got unnecessarily mad that Peach can actually do stuff because they're losers.
Misogyny.
Yeah. Yeah. They can't handle a woman actually doing something.
Like, it's a fucking kids movie, guys. Relax.
Yeah.
Like, just Jesus Christ, it's not that deep.
It's true. It at the end of the day, it is a kids movie.
Yeah.
And- well,
Plus,
actually,
Anya Taylor-Joy is not meant to be rescued. She is a girl boss, so let her do her thing.
facts.
You know?
Furiosa is what she's going to be in for the Mad Max prequel spin-off thing. That's good.
I cannot wait to see that. Actually, I think it's gonna be good. It was George Mills directing that one, isn't he?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, well, yeah, then it's gonna be good.
gonna be
Like he's a bit inconsistent with kids movies. Like Happy Feet 2 was very not. It was very
Did he even
bad.
direct Happy Feet 2?
Huh?
There's no way he directed Happy Feet 2.
He did. I think he did.
The
at
second
least.
one? He
I feel
definitely
like I
directed
feel
the
like he
first
did both of those.
There's no
Let me
way he
double
did
check.
both of those. You double check that. I'm gonna quickly mention. Apparently, so the guy who wrote, I don't know. I think this guy was on the Rick and Morty team before. I think is this the guy who was on the Rick and Morty team who wrote Multiverse of Madness, and then was assigned to write Avengers: The Kang Dynasty. I don't think he's been removed from the project apparently.
Oof.
So I don't know if that's a good thing. Some people are also saying this film may not happen because of Jonathan Majors.
Yeah, that's oh my
I'm
god.
sure you know about.
I need to
his-
mention that. That really annoys me because I was rooting for this guy. He is such a good actor, but
good
apparently he's a shitty human being.
Yeah.
That really sucks. You know?
Which,
Fuck, man.
yeah, I don't know. It's really disappointing to hear that's the case.
Because he's had some bangers so far in his young career.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you know, he did The Harder They Fall. Then he did... I really liked Creed 3. He was a great villain in that. And from what I hear, he was great as Kang. And then he wasn't too bad as, you know, He Who Remains, sorry. At the end of Loki Season 1. But I don't know.
Isn't that
Yeah,
Kang?
it does really disappoint me. I don't know. Maybe they'll recast him, or maybe they'll pull like an Ezra Miller and just like leave him and kind of ignore it. knows?
Oh, I don't know if they can do that. Well,
I mean, it is Disney, but to be fair, out of all the things that Disney has had in their catalog, you know, like Song of the South, Jim Crow,
yeah,
you know,
well,
the
they can't
character
do
from
that
Blade
shit
Dumbo.
now,
I think
obviously.
that's the least of their concerns. Well, I don't know. We'll see what they do.
Well,
We'll
one, they can stuff in a vault and lock it away so no one ever remembers they were racist. The other one is something where you put a potential domestic abuser on screen for kids to look, well, maybe not to look up to. He is playing a villain, so I guess it does fit that part. But still, to put an actor like that on some of the biggest movies in the world is probably going to be pretty hard to pull off. Ezra Miller stuff. Ezra Miller, no one cares about them. To March more, I feel like there was I feel like a lot more publicity about him, which is a little wild, especially considering the movie they're about to be in. But yeah, I don't know.
I mean, me personally, Ezra Miller's a shitty human being, but I'm not going to see The Flash for him. Sorry for them, my mistake. I'm going to see The Flash for Michael Keaton.
Yeah, but that's how
I'm going
they,
to see
that's
The
how they
Flash
get
for
you.
Supergirl, and for Michael Shannon's unhinged performance as General Zod. So
Yeah, but that's how they get you. They get you to still watch their Flash movie with the criminal because you have
hey,
Michael
but like
Keaton's Batman.
I know, but I think I like Andy Muschietti as a director. I don't want. Just because of one person's shitty action doesn't mean that everybody else's work should go
That's
to waste.
true. I did watch West Side Story full well knowing Ansel has done some sus shit.
And so,
And I still like the movie. So maybe there's that. I don't know. But that movie didn't even make money. It'll be interesting to see The Flash makes money. And if they're going to keep Ezra Miller around.
Yeah.
But Yeah, people keep saying it's good. Everyone who's seen early stuff, like Stephen King apparently got to see it and he said it's good. So either everyone had to sign an NDA to lie, or this is actually maybe a good movie. I don't know. Like, James Gunn said it's good. David Zaslav says it's good. But
Oh, James Gunn said it's
they're
good. I
both
trust him.
contractually obligated to say that.
Yeah,
for the
I
most
know, but
part.
I mean, to be honest with you, I feel like I don't know. James Gunn has pretty good taste in movies, though. I mean, he's
He
made some bangers
does.
lately.
He
So
does. I don't know. I don't. James Gunn's a weird person because I'm not sure where the money ends and where his honesty begins. Because
true.
obviously he's getting paid a nice check to try to save DC cinematic universe.
Well, I
But
mean, he's not going to save this DC Cinematic Universe. So there isn't much incentive. He's doing his own thing, right? We know this already.
yeah, well, a Disney to create a DC cinematic universe people respect. Which
Also, to go back to our earlier point, George Miller did direct Happy Feet too.
no fucking way.
I know, I'm serious. It is very surprising.
I swear Happy Feet 2 was like one of these spin-off movies where oh my goodness. Where no one like came back and they just did it to make money. Nope, wow. That's crazy. Man. Okay. That's
Yeah, it's a bit
kind of
disappointing.
crazy. Well. Yeah, alright. Well, consider me wrong.
He also directed Babe, Pig in the City.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
I know.
This man's got range though. Like he's done some pretty successful kids movies, and then he's done these horrific apocalyptic nightmare films.
He's got the sauce. Is what
He
you can
does
say
have.
to
He's
that
goated with the
statement.
sauce.
He's goated with the sauce. Barry Keoghan, who is set to be in Saltburn, probably Joker 2 as the Joker. He's the new Joker. Step aside, Joaquin.
Sorry, I was about to say. I thought you meant like the Batman too. 'Cause that would have made more sense.
Did I say the Joker 2?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I meant to say the Batman 2. That Rob Pattinson, that guy from Twilight. But he was originally cast in Gladiator 2. Did you know that was happening?
I did actually. Yeah.
Yeah, with Paul Mescal as the lead. Ridley Scott directing again. But and Barry
Oh,
Keoghan,
Ridley Scott directing. So it's either going to be horrible or going to be one of the best movies.
true.
This man has no in between. It's either a shitty movie or it's really good. I don't understand that.
Yeah, and more recently it's been a bad movie, but I don't know. We'll see what happens with this. He
I mean,
also-
I heard. What was that one film about the Oh yeah, The Duel. That's what it was called, right?
The Last Duel.
The Last
I
Duel.
believe it's
Yeah.
called.
Like, I heard that was pretty good, but nobody saw it.
No one saw it. I still haven't seen it. It's been on my Disney Plus watch list for probably a
It's
year
on Disney
now.
Plus.
It is, yeah. It's a Fox property, so they own that.
Oh yeah, true. Maybe I
So,
should see it.
yeah.
We'll see.
But Barry
But yeah.
Keoghan was going to be like the villain emperor character, but he dropped out. He's going to be in Andrea Arnold's next film, which sounds good actually. I haven't seen anything from her. She directed films like American Honey, which unfortunately had Shia LaBeouf, and a couple other things that have been pretty acclaimed. I saw her short film in school. It was pretty good. So I'm looking
was the short
forward
film?
to seeing this collaboration. Did you ask what short film it was?
Yeah, what short film?
It was called Wasp. It was pretty good. But they also replaced him with Fred Hechinger. He was in. Do you remember The Woman in the Window at all? Did we both? Did we watch that for the podcast?
Oh my god,
We
yeah.
did. And the kid at the end, the twist murderer. Spoilers for The Woman in the Window, I guess. If anyone cares, no one.
No one does.
But he was really bad in that. He was not good. I don't think that's entirely his fault.
I try not to. I don't like to call out child actors because they're children. There's still
No,
room to
he's a
grow.
man. He's probably at least 20 years old. He's not
Oh.
a child actor. He's just an
I thought he was
adult
like a
trying to
teenager.
play teen. So therefore I don't excuse that at all.
Okay, fair enough.
He's
That's
23 years old. So he is young. I'll give him that. He has time to develop as an actor. He wasn't very good in that. He also wasn't very good in this film I saw at TIFF, which was a Netflix movie with Nick Cage where he's killing buffaloes. I don't know if you ever saw anything for that. I don't even remember what it was called.
What the fuck? That
Yeah.
does sound like a Nicolas Cage movie, though.
It does, yeah. But he was not very good in that. So, in my opinion, this is like one of the biggest downgrades in the history of downgrades for an actor. But Paul Mescal's still part of Gladiator 2. But I don't know. I'm less likely to buy a ticket now. It's gonna have to get good reviews. I would have maybe gone just for Paul Mescal and Barry Keoghan. Those are my favorite Irish boys. But
Paul Mescal's playing Maximus's son, right?
no, he's playing what the
Oh wait, no, I
woman-
forgot. His
the kid.
His
He's
family is
playing-
dead.
Yeah,
Oh my
he's playing. You know the little kid, is he the? I don't even know. Is he the son of the Emperor's sister?
Jeez, that's a pretty loose connection to get a sequel. Do we even really need a sequel?
Well,
to
the
Gladiator?
kid. No, we definitely didn't. But this is maybe what makes money now, according to the algorithm. And of course, Ridley Scott's like, I can film another epic. Of course, give me the money. I'll do it, and we'll include some, hot young actors.
I mean, if they're not gonna burn down an actual forest, I don't know if I really want to watch it.
Yeah, I wonder if.
Yeah, I still can't believe they did that for the first one. I mean, they were allowed to because that forest was scheduled for removal, but still,
Yeah.
yeah.
Convenient they found a forest
Yeah,
that
it
was
was cool.
ready to get axed. So
For suburban development, most likely. That's an L. We don't like that.
rough.
Build up, not out. I know this isn't an urbanism channel, but if it was,
Yeah.
I'd be preaching it.
True. Also, SAG was voting unanimously to ask members for strike authorization. So there's going to be a vote of all SAG members to go on strike. So soon SAG and WGA might be on strike. And all the TV shows past the second half of 2024 and 2025 are just going to be reality shows. Like,
Oh my God.
They renewed...
Dude, we should be famous. We should go for some. We should try out for some of these shows.
Yeah. They renewed Kitchen Nightmares. We should make a quick improv restaurant and make it go really bad and it'd be like Gordon
Oh
Ramsay,
my
please help
God, yeah.
us.
Yo,
Get-
no, you know what they
Get him
should
to
do?
yell at us.
I should bring Kitchen Nightmares to my work. Oh my goodness. I mean, you know what? They're probably not going to see this, but my work's a little bit sketchy at times, you know?
Also, people don't necessarily know what work you're talking about. I'm sure they won't come across that.
Oh yeah, all I'll say is it's a restaurant. I'm not going to, send the name,
No,
but
the restaurant.
yeah.
Technically, probably you would
it
have
is a little
mentioned,
bit odd.
you probably would
Sorry?
have mentioned it at some point in this podcast, but that would take a lot of searching.
Oh yeah, yeah, because we talk like there's no tomorrow.
In fact, that's true.
Yeah.
I'll quickly go over Can before we talk about Air.
Can
Lots
we?
of, huh? Oh yeah, my dad made the exact same fucking pun.
Oh,
when I
really?
mentioned it to him. Not
I am
the exact
spiritually
same one,
the
but
same
he
as your
used
father,
Can
then.
as like, I don't even remember what he said exactly, but he used Can as like, can you? So, yeah, I'll tell him you did that.
I'm spiritually a 40-year-old dad.
Yeah.
Sly.
Lots of good movies so far. I think this is considered one of the stronger Cans so far as of recent memory.
That's good.
The big disappointment so far has been Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny premiered out of competition.
Oh.
Not very good apparently. Not that anyone has like any huge complaints. Everyone's just like, yeah, it's just pretty mid.
That
It's
kind of
just-
sucks because it's James Mangold. He's normally good at this stuff.
I've always been a bit of a pessimist when it comes to James Mangold. I've been not a huge fan of his stuff. So I think he's been propped up by pretty good scripts, and apparently I guess this is
What?
just not...
Barley! Sorry, my
To some
dog's here
extent.
again.
Yeah, okay.
He's too big. Barley, you need to go. What are you doing here?
But, yeah, I don't know. Not a great look for what has been... Well, it will be the last Harrison Ford Indiana Jones. Apparently they will do another... It seems the movie hints towards another Indiana Jones. I don't know if that's gonna
Let it die! Jesus Christ, I feel like I'm O'Hare Air guy. Valorax. I say let it die. Let it die! Let it die! Come on now, let it die! We don't need more Indiana Jones. I don't want to see anybody else but Harrison Ford playing that character. Okay?
Yeah.
Like, look what happened when they tried to do a National Treasure movie without bloody Nicolas Cage, and
It
that
did?
movie is nowhere near as popular as bloody Indiana Jones. I think they should just stop it, man. Like, oh my
Yeah.
god. Shut up. Sorry, not you.
Yeah. No, for sure. Yeah, it's definitely disappointing. You know, I've watched I actually only recently just finished watching the trilogy this past year. And I really enjoyed those movies. They're really good. And
Well, I'm glad you do, man. I'm glad you
Yeah.
finally got around to watching those.
yeah, and now, well, I don't know if I'm gonna watch either I'm not watching 4 or 5. I'm thinking now at this point, because yeah, I don't know. This movie also cost $300 million to make, though. It's insane. Like, this is up there with some of the most expensive movies of all time. Also, we've all joked that $200 million was for Harrison Ford, $100 million to pay him, and the other $100 million to de-age his face. And then the rest of the movie is only $100 million. The actual production value was $100 million.
I mean, I will say, the CGI looks like it's improved since the first trailer from the last few trailers we've seen, which is
Yeah, it looks like Harrison Ford, younger. It
Yeah.
looks good. That
good. It's
doesn't
pretty
make...
good de-aging. I like how far we've come, though, because do you remember back in 2010 when Tron Legacy did the de-aging on Jeff Bridges?
Nope.
You don't?
No,
You never seen Tron Legacy?
No, I've not seen Tron Legacy.
Okay, you know what? I think I might need to make you watch that then. Look, I will say this right now. It's not a very good movie, but visually speaking, it's immaculate, and it has one of the best film soundtracks ever by Daft Punk, so, you know. It's so fucking cool. It's dumb as hell, but it's cool. So, I don't know. Maybe you'll like it, maybe you won't. Either way, still something you should see at least once.
Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah,
Like that was one of the films that pioneered it, along with X-Men: The Last Stand, and then of course X-Men Origins when they were trying to de-age Patrick Stewart. It just made him smooth face. It was very, very weird looking. He looked like
Yeah.
Mr. Clean.
yeah, that makes sense. That he would look like Mr. Clean. But anyways, I'm gonna quickly go. Yeah, so that was the big disappointment. Good movies include The Zone of Interest from Jonathan
What's up?
Glazer. It's a Holocaust drama. It has a 99 on Metacritic right now.
Oh, what?
Yeah, it
Jesus.
with what 15 reviews. So
Yeah, but I mean, 15 reviews. I mean, 99. So, oh my goodness.
yeah, I know. It's very much a movie for the critics. I have a feeling his films are very much for the critics. It's very much an art house film. I tried to watch. I watched part of his film before this, was called Under the Skin, with
Oh, I've heard
Scarlett
of that movie.
Johansson, and that's a very weird movie. It's a lot of people say it's one of the best of the decade. I don't see it personally. That movie did not connect with me at all. Hopefully this one will more. But it also kind of, I said on this podcast, I don't think there's going to be another 100 on Metacritic, because there's always going to be someone who wants to be contrarian just for the sake of it. I think it will honestly go down. I think there'll be some more mainstream reviewers, even on Metacritic. Who will be like,
Has there been a 100 movie on Metacritic?
oh yeah, no, there's been a few.
What's the one that comes to mind first for you?
I think Moonlight got 100. I think. And I think The Godfather technically still has
Movie
one.
100?
I think Moonlight. No, oh, not no. Wait, no. I swear to God, it had 100. Someone fucked this. Okay,
Yeah.
never mind. No, someone already gave it a 63. It's okay. I don't know who the hell that is, but yeah, I don't know. Here. Let me look up top Metacritic movies. Yeah, most of the things that still have 100 are old movies that
Makes
I guess
sense.
they collected reviews slash more modern reviews for. The Godfather,
Okay.
Tokyo Story, Citizen Kane, Rear Window, Casablanca.
Yeah.
So Boyhood has 100.
Oh wait, no, that's right. I've seen this. Yeah.
That is
okay.
I think the most recent movie that has 100, which is
Makes sense. I still haven't seen Boyhood. I really need to watch it. I keep hearing it's amazing.
it's a good
Yeah,
movie. I don't know.
Yeah,
if it's-
I don't know the whole concept of it as well. I think that's pretty ambitious.
yeah. I don't know if it's 100 movie, but that's insane to think. That is, yeah, I think that's the only movie in the past, like decade, or even like maybe 20 years. I think it's the only one of the 21st century that has 100 on Metacritic.
Damn. How many reviews?
Sorry,
How many reviews does it have on Metacritic?
50.
Oh, that's a decent number. Shit, okay.
There were some people who gave it... Okay, thing is, I don't know how exact the math is, because most people gave it 100, right? Like, the vast majority. There's a couple people who gave it, like, a 90, a 90, like, an 88. Even as low as a couple people gave it a 75.
Okay, I'm very confused then. How does that work?
That doesn't really add up. The average is probably not 99.5 either. I'm pretty sure if I did the math. So I don't know how their math works exactly. Again, this is a very arbitrary number. It's the same thing with the zone of interest. Like, I did the math, and zone of interest average should actually be like in 98.
Yeah.
But I guess they take into the fact they somewhat calculate the whatchamacallit, the median. Is it the median or the one the number that shows up the most? They take into consideration, it seems, I think. So, yeah. Anyways, very acclaimed film. Same with The Killers of the Flower Moon. Has a 91, so that's very good. I think this will be great. I think this will probably be a top 10 movie of the year for me almost instantly. I'd have a hard time seeing it not be one. It really it seems like my thing. I like these, I like Scorsese movies overall. And this is like a murder, not as much of a mystery apparently, but more of a indictment character study of these very greedy bastard white men who just fucked over the indigenous people, the Native Americans living
That's
on
half of
this
you.
land.
Is that you're dissing half yourself? Fuck.
That's true.
Yeah.
But
You're not completely clear.
I'm not
here,
wrong
man.
with
Come on.
this one. These
Man.
men fucking suck.
These fucking
clearly.
white men, they're always got me down. Like, bro,
Yeah,
are you
bro.
not Asian? No, I know. It's okay. We've done some shitty. We're not great.
Yeah.
Just ask the RCMP what they were doing on indigenous lands.
Yeah,
in
let's
the
not-
1940s.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah. I don't know if there's going to be a movie this big about that kind of stuff, but obviously,
Wait.
When Scorsese gets his hands on it, he can make a movie like this. And,
Yeah.
a 91 on Metacritic isn't as good as The Irishman, actually. Got a 94 with that, which is very good.
I'm not watching The Irishman. That's too goddamn long. I'm sorry.
This thing
I
is
can't
the
do it.
same length, dude. It's like almost the same length, man.
Fuck.
It's 3.5 hours.
Yeah, but at least one is on a big screen. The other was on Netflix, man. Jeez.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
That's
I don't
fair.
like. I can stomach longer lengths if it's in a movie theater. Mind you, I nearly fell asleep during Avatar 2, but
Yeah, I probably would have, but I that was when I went in those moving seats to keep me awake.
Oh, that was a smart decision. I
Yeah.
should have done that. Fuck.
Yeah.
Jeez.
But anyways, very excited for that. I mean, we already mentioned the teaser quickly, but it looks great. Apparently Leo DiCaprio is very good. So is Robert De Niro and Lily Gladstone, who plays the indigenous woman who's the wife of Leo's character. But apparently she's very good in it. So expect all three of them to get Oscar nominations. Maybe one of them will win. I think Lily Gladstone would be the most likely of the three,
Fair enough.
but we'll see.
You don't think DiCaprio's gonna get his second Oscar?
It's tough to say at this point.
It is very early. Before
It is very early. I don't know. I feel like this 3.5 hour performance, somehow it isn't usually the thing that people go for. I think people usually like a more contained piece, like The Whale, which has like a couple bursty moments that they can remember very easily in a whole film.
I need to know I've done one thing right with my. Yeah, that's the thing I see get memed all the time.
That is the thing.
But no disrespect to Brendan Fraser. I love that man.
Yeah,
Simply-
and he is in this movie. He's going to be.
Oh yeah, that's right. He is. I forgot about that.
Yeah, they did. There was apparently rumors earlier that they cut him. He did not.
Oh,
get cut.
they better not
They
have.
didn't-
I
they
mean,
didn't cut it.
In a 3.5 hour movie, you can't find time for the goat, Brendan Fraser? Come
Yeah.
on, man.
There was
Marty!
theories that it was going to be like
Ugh.
4 hours at some point, which would have been crazy, but
God. Oh my God, 4 hours.
yeah.
That's awful. I barely
Uh,
stomached Zack Snyder's Justice League. That was way too long. That should have been a goddamn miniseries. I can't imagine sitting in a theater for 4 hours. Oh my God, that sounds way too much.
and the last movie I'll mention is May December, which has not as good reviews as the other two movies I mentioned. As an 83,
Okay.
still very
It's still
good.
pretty
It's
good.
from Todd Haynes, who made Carol, probably best known for Carol.
Oh, no.
And this movie not as gay apparently, but it does star a
What?
couple amazing
No.
actresses. Apparently, his next movie is going to be gay though. I'll mention that.
Oh, hey.
Yeah, there. See, I brought you back. Natalie Portman is in this one with Julianne Moore as like apparently they're very much co-leads, and then Charles Melton is also in it, of Riverdale
Ooh.
fame, perhaps, if you
Oh.
yeah. Apparently he's good in it though, so there is that. You know, it's about so Julianne Moore and Charles Melton are a couple who 20 years after they have a big age difference. So after their notorious tabloid romance Grip the Nation, they couple under the pressure when an actress played by Natalie Portman arrives to do research about them for a film where she's playing Julianne Moore's character.
Okay.
But apparently it's it's been described as like a campy, fun movie, pretty funny. So I'm looking forward to that. Yeah. So
I have one more thing that we need to talk about that was at Cannes, and it's gay. It's Strange Way of Life, the cowboy.
Oh
short film
yeah.
with Ethan Hawke and Pedro Pascal.
Yeah.
Awooga! Sorry.
Yeah. I still don't know how they're releasing it. Apparently they might release it along with a re-release of one of Pedro Almodovar's older films.
Oh yeah. The director's name is Pedro. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. We got
Two Pedros
the two Pedros.
for the price of one.
Facts. And yeah, that looked interesting. I don't think it has a Metacritic score because it's a short film. They don't really put a Metacritic score, but people liked it. I don't know, nothing completely staggering, but also just good stuff from that director and from Ethan Hawke and Pedro Pascal.
Yeah, I think I need to find a way to watch it. To be honest with you,
I'm sure there'll be a good way to.
I will find a way. I don't care if I need to drag myself across broken glass to get to the place to watch this. I must see this with my own eyes. Fuck. Anyways,
Yeah.
sorry. Enough
all
being
right.
thirsty. Let me drink some water.
Yeah,
Alright.
true. Actually, well, let's take a second. I'm gonna go get some water, and then we'll talk about Air.
Sounds good.
Oh
And
wait,
I'll quickly-
I will mention. So Todd Haynes' next
Oh,
movie is gay, and it's gonna star Joaquin Phoenix apparently, and apparently Joaquin Phoenix brought the project to him, and Todd Haynes said it looked interesting. So it said in the 30s. Yeah.
Oh,
So yeah,
that's gonna be Oscar bait.
probably.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll see. I don't know. Todd Haynes doesn't exactly make Oscar bait. This movie, May December, should kind of be Oscar bait in theory, maybe because it's about actors, but apparently it's maybe not. We'll see. But yeah, we'll talk about Air right after this.
All right, sounds good. Who on earth is this? was marking on putting away stuff.
Okay. We'll just make. Oh, it seems. Alrighty.
Let's have a look. I'm ready. All right. Let's get into this then.
All right. So we're about to talk about Air, which is available on Amazon Prime now. So if you haven't watched it,
and
do
also outside if you want to go breathe.
that. True.
Okay.
Directed by Ben Affleck, starring
Hey,
Matt Damon, Ben Affleck, Jason Bateman,
Chris Tucker.
Chris Tucker, Marlon Wayans, and Viola Davis.
Yes. Cannot forget her.
It is about the Nike company, you know, those guys who probably made your shoes,
Yeah.
and how they signed Michael Jordan to a shoe deal when they probably shouldn't have, in theory. But
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for them.
it was a bold. Yeah, we'll see if it pays off. We still don't know yet.
Yeah.
But the movie will tell us. It's going to try to predict the future.
The movie will tell us.
The movie will tell us. It's going to try to predict the future of this young kid.
Yeah, a little up and coming basketball player. I don't know if you ever heard of him.
Yeah. But, yeah. Well, what were your thoughts on it? Did you watch it on Amazon Prime?
I did, yeah. Yeah. I was in the US. I could have seen it in theaters if I wanted to, but I wanted to see Guardians 3 instead, which is what I'll be talking about after this. But I watched it with my mom on Mother's Day. And in many ways, it kind of is a mother-son type movie, you know? Because Viola Davis is advocating for her son. And she might be the best negotiator in the history of negotiating. Like, she set her husband until his unfortunate passing, and then him up for life. Like that 15% royalties check for every shoe sold. Like, yeah, Jordans are one of the most popular sneakers in the entire world, if maybe not the most popular. So, yeah, that deal was incredibly huge, and it also paved the way for a lot of other athletes to get stake in their own signature shoe deals. And it kind of like just set the standard for what a signature shoe was. You know, they kind of talk about this in the movie, like, you know, like the shoe is like an extension of the player. They are the shoe. You know, it's not like, you know, the player is there to represent the brand. And I think that is a much better way of doing it, you know, because who the fuck is rocking Converse these days aside from alt-buy girls, to be honest with you?
I mean, people still be rocking Converse.
Maybe the Chuck Taylors, but like, I don't know about the Converse basketball shoes, man.
Do they even make those anymore?
That's a good. Let me check. Actually, I'm curious.
Is there Converse basketball
I've never
shoes
in my
now?
life seen anybody wearing Converse basketball shoes. And then they also talk about this in the movie. Converse is owned by Nike now.
Yeah,
that is so funny.
It is pretty funny. Yeah.
That's Converse basketball shoes.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Are they still? Oh my goodness. Yeah, they still make them. Wow. I've never seen anyone wearing them, but. Yeah, this is what one of them looks like. Actually, wait, no, I'll go back. This is more modern example. Here we go. This, you see that?
Oh yeah.
It's kind of cool, actually.
It's kinda
but I mean, it's a Converse. I'm not gonna, you know, they make my feet hurt. To be honest, I've tried wearing them before.
It's true. Who's actually rocking Converse on the basketball court these days? Probably maybe a few signed athletes. I'm sure there's.
I was gonna say like old men, but you know, I mean, they come there either in New Balance or Converse. They come there to get some shots up, reminisce about the war. Yeah.
Yeah.
They used to play on a traveling team for USO, and then they get to, you know, turn back time a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, there you go. Boom.
But yeah, this movie is all about Sonny Vaccaro, played by Matt Damon.
Matt Damon.
And how much he believed that, above all else, with the $250,000 that they had to sign, what was it, 3 players? 5 players?
3 players.
3 players? That they should just go all in on the number 3 pick from North Carolina, Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
because he saw the highlights and was like, "Look how calm he is as he's about to take this game winner." He's a freshman who's what? Really? You can't hear me. What is going on? Okay, I think Discord's bugging, dude. Hello?
Uh-oh. This.
Hello?
Oh, there we go. Now I can hear you.
That was
Perfect.
weird. I don't know why it's never done that before. Anyways.
It definitely happened, to be honest. This isn't the first time.
Oh, really?
But, yeah, man, it's happened a few times before. It just hasn't happened in a while. I think I kind of forgot
Oh, okay.
what Discord is like.
Maybe.
But yeah.
As I was saying,
Yes.
as Matt Damon, Zonny Vaccaro was watching the highlights, he was like, "We need to get Michael Jordan because he is that guy."
Yes. Pronouns, him. Nothing else. Because he's
Yeah.
just him.
He's just him. So
Yes.
the whole movie is about the business negotiations around getting Michael Jordan to sign with Nike, and for Zonny Vaccaro to convince Phil Knight, played by Ben Affleck, that they should put all of their money in the basketball budget, which was struggling at the time. It's potentially going out of business. Nike is potentially taking a big hit to put it all on Michael Jordan. Yeah, and also breaking down the negotiations between Nike and Dolores Jordan, I believe is her name.
Yep.
Yeah, and how, yeah, as you said, ultimately landed with they obviously sign him and change basketball shoes forever.
Yep.
And yeah, I don't know. It is a little bit like The Social Network in that there's not as much falling out, but there is like this drama around this pretty corporate business thing that can be pretty summed up pretty quickly overall.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's all very generic. We see, and then the only thing that wins the personal touch. And, I mean, anybody who hasn't figured that out by now, they're kind of an idiot, Like, you can't just give these players, like, your stock type of, like, presentations or, like, sales pitches. It doesn't work. I mean, that's how bloody Nike, funny enough, lost Steph Curry to Under Armour. Because they had this assembly line practice of, like, making player pitches, and they had the wrong player's name on his pitch presentation. And that's what just made him decide to go to Under Armour.
Yeah, well,
It's kind of funny how that works. I don't know.
yeah, I don't know. It's almost like scouting in some ways. It's that these shoe companies decide how much a player's worth before they even may necessarily step onto an NBA court, and then sign them based on that. And so, it's maybe even more important than scouting, because in theory, you might be signing them to closer to a lifetime deal, depending on who you are.
Yeah.
And so, it matters a lot to figure out which players are also, not only going to be some of the best players, but also the most marketable. Michael was both, obviously. And yeah, I don't know. The film very much uses very, like, slapstick banter dialogue, like almost in the insult dialogue that you see in. It's been compared to Sorkin a little bit, to his
I
script.
kind of like it, to be honest
where
with
it's
you.
just like a bunch of insults being hurled at each other to communicate what's going on and to entertain, which it does for the most part. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely an entertaining movie. I definitely wouldn't say I was bored. I think the performances are probably the highlight of the whole thing. Ben Affleck, it makes sense as the director. He's very much an actor's director, letting Matt Damon do what he does best, letting Viola Davis do what she does best, I guess letting himself do what he does best, and all these other actors,
What does he do best? Ride the coattails of Matt Damon?
That's
I mean,
that's the
that's an
joke.
old joke. I
That's
know
an
he's
old-
very talented.
Yeah,
Yeah.
guy, he has some ability for sure. With
Oh,
acting, definitely.
I mean, I thought Argo was pretty damn good.
Yeah.
Whether or not it's historically accurate, that's a thing altogether. But I mean, like, it's still a solid movie. I enjoy.
Yeah, for sure.
He's a good track record as a director. I mean, he's only really had one movie that's disappointed quite a bit, which was what's it called?
Live by
It is
Night.
Live by Night. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the one. Yeah.
So yeah, he's not doing too bad. I don't know. I don't have a ton to say about this movie. while it is like, better than most of your cookie cutter, even, I don't know, not necessarily better than your cookie cutter Oscar dramas, sort of, but better than your average studio movie overall. But
Mhm.
I also wouldn't say it's necessarily a great movie. I think it's good. And I don't know. I don't have too much to say about it overall.
Yeah.
Um, I like, yeah, like I said, I like the performances. I didn't love the soundtrack. It felt like a really weak Stranger Things soundtrack, if I'm being honest. Like it used a couple of the same songs as well that I
Yeah, I
remember
mean,
from
well,
Stranger
it's
Things.
the '80s, you know.
It
I mean,
is.
I didn't mind it to be honest with you. I mean, I didn't mind the fact they just used A's music. I like A's music a lot, so
Yeah, I usually
a
don't like.
lot of
I
people.
I I like. I generally like '80s music. Like. I usually don't mind soundtracks, but this one just felt particularly unfitting and just not like, I feel like there were just better songs to fit these scenes personally.
Fair enough.
And
Which song would you have replaced? Like, what's one you would have replaced, and what would you replace it with?
it's been a little bit since I've seen them, so I couldn't say any specific ones.
Oh, okay, well, fair
I
enough.
probably
Okay.
would have replaced Time After Time with something else.
Fair enough. That
Yeah.
song has been used quite a bit. I
Yeah,
can
that's been
understand it.
used so
Yeah.
many times, and it was one of the more pivotal scenes. Um, yeah, again, not a huge deal, but something I would have liked to see a little more fitting. I don't know, maybe it just doesn't work for me personally. So that is both a thing that I think is mostly a personal thing.
Mm.
Um, I think the editing and the cinematography is a little bit weird at points. Like I don't think it completely works, especially that one scene with Marlon Wayans. The way they set that up was a little weird. Just
Mm.
how they shot that. I don't know. It Yeah, like I said, I don't think he's as good a technical director as a lot of other people, but again, he's a good actress director and that's what works for this movie. So again, not a huge complaint. I would have liked to see it maybe better shot and better edited overall. There's
Yeah,
some
fair enough.
disruptive cuts, I feel like,
You,
during
sir, are allowed to have those opinions. They're valid. It's understandable. I mean, it's not the most inventively shot, you know. I was definitely entertained. What you're saying, it seems, you know,
yeah.
and yeah, I mean, it's nice to see Ben Affleck and Matt Damon together again in a decent movie. I mean, I know they were duel together, but nobody saw that, so we don't know if it's
Yeah.
any good. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And, this is apparently potentially an Oscar player. Everyone's like touting this as like Amazon's potential Oscar campaigned movie. It might
Really?
be. It could be Saltburn as well, which is directed by the director of Promising Young Woman, Emerald Fennell. And that has Barry Keoghan and Jacob Elordi. But I think Matt Damon could potentially sneak into Best Actor depending on how the field shifts out. I think at this point, Leonardo DiCaprio would definitely get ahead of him. And obviously, there's a bunch of other movies that might end up ahead of him.
Okay.
Viola Davis potentially in supporting actress, maybe as potential, depending on, again. I think Lily Gladstone would be ahead of her,
Mm.
and there's a bunch of other performances that will come out, and screenplay maybe. I don't know, and it would make sense. I oh yeah, the other issue, the movie's good overall. I hate to say this, there was no scene that was like, oh, that was a great scene,
Yeah.
personally. And there was the scene where Matt Damon makes that monologue talking about how good Michael's gonna be and like how ending with like you're gonna make us want to fly. It felt
Yeah.
very too through like written way too much through like a 2020 lens of like Matt Damon knows he's gonna be Michael Jordan. I can't
Hmm.
believe he was that enthusiastic and like that, like he said those kind of words about him. Like I'm sure he thought he was gonna be great. Otherwise, obviously Nike wouldn't have bet so much money on him and their entire basketball fund on him that year.
Hmm.
But to say stuff like he does in the movie just felt very unrealistic for what is mostly a pretty grounded, kind of going for a realism thing movie, trying to really capture these people overall. And yeah, I don't know.
I mean, I think that's valid. Yeah. No, it is a little bit weird because hindsight is literally 2020. I mean, it's not 2020 anymore, but I
Yeah.
mean, you know what I mean? Like in 1984, I think he probably had an idea that he was going to be something special, but there's no way he knew that he was going to be the greatest, probably the greatest living athlete to ever play,
Yeah.
the sport of basketball. So
Yeah. No.
yeah, I still think LeBron James has a chance to beat him, but that's my opinion.
Yeah, well, the Lakers are down 3-0, so
Yep.
there is that
Yeah, that's
part.
good. I don't like the I like LeBron. I don't like the Lakers, so I'm kind of happy about that. Also, side note, L Celtics.
Yeah.
Suck my dick, Boston. I hate you guys. You're the worst.
Yeah,
Uh,
you guys don't deserve it. But
no, you don't.
I also, yeah, we're about to turn this into a basketball podcast real quick.
Oh,
The coach
yeah.
at the post game was like, "Yeah, completely my fault," and I was like, "Man, this dude really know he about to get fired."
Yeah.
Along with every other coach who has had their team in the 1 seed in the past 5 years.
That is true. To be honest, though, the Bucks failing wasn't anybody's fault really. I mean, I know they fired the coach, but Giannis was hurt like two games of that series. That's why they were down 2-0, and then when he came back, it was too late.
Yeah.
He got the momentum.
And I don't know. Yeah, Jimmy Butler is just,
He's him.
continually
Jimmy
proving
Butler.
he is him. He is continually proving that, perhaps people need to pay a little more attention to him because otherwise all of a sudden he'll just he's got a big chip on his shoulder clearly.
Man's going goblin mode.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were
Yeah.
talking all about basketball. Oh
Yeah.
my goodness.
But I mean,
Yeah.
there was also some. I wish they did a little more of that. Like they had, they were making some jokes with, when they were looking at that draft board, being like, John Stockton goes to Gonzaga. It's like, where's Gonzaga? And like all, some funny jokes about these
Pretty good players.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, John Stockton, like incredible basketball player, but probably one of the greatest point guards of all-time league deals, but not the greatest person either. Like him and his co-star Karl Malone are very problematic. I mean, I'm sure you know.
No, I don't actually.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right. He impregnated a 13-year-old when he was 20, and then refused to pay her child support after that.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay. Well.
yeah. Moral of the story:
that's-
everybody has a dark side.
Yeah.
Well, not everybody. I mean, hopefully not Pedro Pascal, but
Yeah.
no. I mean, it is crazy. Like I had that exact same reaction when I heard about it because it was just bizarre. Such a random thing to have happen.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah.
Or not as
Professional
random.
athlete.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Anyways, geez, we're really off topic. How the
Yeah.
hell did we get there? Oh
Yeah.
my god.
I wish there was a little bit more of a, if they were gonna do the thing where it's like we're gonna tell the story almost from a complete 2020 lens, as a reflection on this,
Yeah, I know what you mean.
knowing what the future was, then they should have
Yeah.
embraced that a little more. They don't as much until like the end, which is fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. All that being said, still a good movie, entertaining movie. I gave it a 6 out of 10.
You know what? I think I'd be inclined to give it just half score more. I'd probably go 6.5. I liked it a little bit more. Yeah, there we go.
All
I
right.
think that's solid.
That
I'm gonna.
was-
Do you mind if I quickly talk about Guardians 3 and then we can, fart off? Bark off, I
the
mean.
Metacritic thing you could do.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah.
Yeah, did that.
But yeah,
Yeah.
go ahead and mention what you thought about Guardians.
Okay, yeah. A good send off to the trilogy. I don't know if you heard about this. You probably did. First F-bomb in the MCU since The Incredible Hulk back in 2008. A lot of people are forgetting
Yeah.
that actually, but yeah, no, it was exactly what I was hoping it would be. I nearly cried a couple times because Baby Rocket getting abused was very sad, and then all of his friends dying. God damn. I'm
That's-
just. I was
unfortunate.
just holding it in, man. It's fucking hard, but yeah, no, the visual effects they look probably the best looking visual effects in the MCU since Endgame. To be honest with you, I mean, I would say No Way Home, shoddy at times,
right.
but yeah, no, it was a very fun movie. I enjoyed it quite a bit. Felt something, which was also very good. Another great musical soundtrack. You know, they chose some great songs for the third time around. It also it made me rediscover. It was very unexpected. I was not expecting that at all. I'd completely forgotten about that group, but yeah, no, they've got some bangers. So yeah, I
Nice.
mean overall, probably give it like a 7 out of 10. Very solid way to end the trilogy.
Solid.
And yeah, I hope that James Gunn can save DC
Yeah.
like he hopefully did with Marvel this year, because Marvel has had some duds lately. Well, not like any big box office failures, but just mid thing after mid thing. You know, so much mid. It's
Yeah.
fucking bad.
Yeah, it's not great, but
Yeah.
it is what it is.
Mid is even worse when there's so much money put into it, you know?
True.
It's actually kind of embarrassing.
Yeah.
Like at that point I wish they would just be awful so that, you know, at least we could have fun with it.
Yeah,
And boring.
that's
So,
true.
yeah.
All
Oh,
right,
this Metacritic thing then.
let me
Do
pull
it.
up this Metacritic thing real quick, and we'll do that.
Ugh. Wow. Oh, we're making good time actually. Fuck.
Yeah, you can see the reviews I was mentioning earlier, though.
Oh yeah.
All that.
Oh wait, what's the Little Mermaid at? Sorry, could you go back to that?
Yeah, it was 59.
Oh, that's better than I expected.
Yeah, apparently it's all right.
I might go see it. We'll see.
All
You know,
right.
'cause it's still Disney. I would be supporting. So
Yeah.
yeah. But I
Um,
like Halle Bailey. So yeah, I think she's great.
So
Great
I
singer.
know some of the things I put on this list are already out. Like I already have Metacritic scores. I was just double checking one of these shows that I had listed. Why? Is it not? Do I have to Google it really?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
this show.
it's,
Oh yeah.
it's pretty good. I've seen. I think I'll probably be watching. It has the best reviews it's had. 87. That's pretty good. Best reviews it's had this whole time. I don't know. All right. Well, here's the list. I don't know how many we want to do of each thing, as far as movies versus TV shows go, but I guess it's up to you.
Oh damn, Blackberry's already out.
It is.
Huh.
It's a little bit
Yeah,
lower now, but
yeah, but I mean, I've heard it's still good. 83 is still solid. I might go watch it, or at least wait
oh
till it
yeah,
comes.
no,
to streaming.
I that was the one thing I was going to mention overall for this
Oh,
podcast is
it's
that
80.
it's 80 now, but I like Blackberry a lot. It's a really good movie. I recommend it. Yeah.
Okay.
I would give it a
Well,
7 out of 10. The performances are great. I think it's very entertaining, more so than Air. It goes the 2 hours just whips by.
I hear it's almost like a comedic mockumentary. Like I know it's not quite like that, but I heard that's kind of
It is.
sort of.
Yeah, and
Okay.
I think the comedy is the strongest aspect. The drama is better than his other films, but it's not as good as some of the better, like, I guess. I don't even know if it's as good as the drama in Air, but it's still good. Not
Okay.
great. Yeah. All right. I don't know how many of because we don't know, we got like 25 different options for
Yeah, we're gonna have to leave some stuff out. We can't do it all.
Yeah, for sure.
Maybe we could do.
because what
So
did
if
we do
there's
last
30,
time?
35 things in total,
Yeah.
maybe we could do. I don't know, maybe like 12 each or something.
Yeah. That's
Maybe 10
yeah, that
each.
makes
I don't
sense.
know. What do you think?
I mean, we did 10 each last time, and that was like it was okay. I mean, there's less movies in the winter spring, so we can maybe do
You can do 12. I'm good with
do
that.
12.
Sweet.
Do
Sweet.
what? 4 TV shows, 8 movies?
Yeah, that works.
Yeah. All right. All right. Let me flip a coin for who gets to go for. Well, I think normally I do it based on who lost last time, but it's okay. Okay, this one doesn't count.
All Okay.
Call it.
Tails.
Okay.
Ah, damn it.
So I will get first pick. So the one cheat sort of hack movie right now would be to take Past Lives, which is coming
Just
out this
do
summer.
it.
It has a 95.
I'm good with that, man. I mean, if you like to,
So
I mean, it's already there, and you
yeah,
got first pick. It's fair and
so
square. Just take it.
I'm gonna take it.
You should. Yeah. All right. Fair enough.
All right.
Okay. I'm gonna
Just-
find another one that's pretty good. Uh. Hmm.
With me being transparent, the highest one we already know the score of is The Great.
Is the great? You know, I think I have to take the. I'll do that.
All right. With my second pick, I'm gonna take The Bear, season 2.
Oh,
I
you
think
that was a good choice.
think that's
God damn.
gonna be pretty good.
The Bear is so fucking good, man.
Yeah, it was really good. I think
Yeah, man.
critics
It's
will.
it's so stressful watching it as well. Like it really. Fuck.
Yeah.
Alrighty, let's see. What should I choose? Wait, sorry. True Detective season 4 might come out.
Maybe. Yeah, like I said, I wrote there, not confirmed. It's coming out this year. I don't know if it's coming out towards the end of the summer or it might be in the
Yeah.
fall. I don't know.
Okay. You know, I think I might have to do Oppenheimer as my first movie.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah,
Strong.
I trust in Christopher Nolan. I trust
All right.
his last film, Tenet. You know, didn't do as well critically. It still got like a 73 or something on Rotten Tomatoes, and like it wasn't rotten. It wasn't mixed on Metacritic. So
Yeah.
even his lesser films still do pretty good. So
True.
I think that's a safe bet. What do you
Oh
get?
yeah. Sorry, I forgot about the other TV show that already has a score. Yeah, American Born Chinese, which is a Disney Plus series.
What's
that's
that?
coming out. It's based on this graphic novel.
No, I know it is.
oh,
I'm just like, what was it score?
82.
Holy
So
shit!
pretty good.
Damn.
I'm gonna have to do the rivalry here. I'm gonna take Barbie.
Fair enough. I'm trying to
yeah.
go see that double feature, man. Like,
Yeah.
you know, yeah, you best believe I'm gonna go watch that. I might just dress in all pink for both movies. Like that'd be
All right.
funny.
You got the next
Yeah.
pick.
Okay. I'll take American Born Chinese. Fuck
All
it.
right.
Yeah. Is it out on Disney Plus right now?
Not. It's what's the date? It's on Wednesday. I think it's coming. It drops
Wednesday.
on
Okay.
Disney
I
Plus.
might take a look because it's weird. They basically just copied and pasted the whole cast from Everything Everywhere All at Once into this TV series.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
I think I gotta go with I Think You Should Leave with Tim Robinson, season 3. I think it's pretty well critically acclaimed. I'm not even gonna look. I think it is. I don't know. We'll see. I'll look it up afterwards, but I think
Okay.
from my memory it is usually.
Not a bad choice.
Yeah. All right.
Hmm.
I'll let you know the highest existing ones are Joyride,
Joyride.
and Blackberry.
I'll take Joyride.
All right.
Well, wait, hold on. Actually, wait, because Joyride comes out July 7th. That could go down from
It
81.
could go down.
Blackberry might stay the same because it's already been out for a while.
That's right. Yeah.
So I think I might take Blackberry. Actually, let's
right.
just do that. Let's be smart here.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna not be smart. I'm gonna take Joyride. I think it will stay around that, or at least it'll be high 70s.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stick with the Asians on this one.
Oh, it's in.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that.
Have
Cool.
you not seen the trailer for it?
I don't know if I have actually.
Okay.
I might have to look it up. You know what? I trust Tom Cruise. I'm gonna go Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning Part 1.
All right.
Yeah. And Bloody Maverick was surprisingly critically acclaimed.
That's true.
And then the last Mission Impossible movie was also very critically acclaimed. I think it was Metacritic was 8 for that one, if I'm not
I
mistaken.
think so.
Yeah, I'll have to double check because I know the Rotten Tomatoes was that film.
I'm sure it was pretty high up in the 90s.
Mission Impossible Fallout.
86. Holy what?
Yeah, that's why I do that, man. That was
Wow, that's even
that
higher
is
than I
incredibly
thought.
high. I mean, I think it was well deserved. That movie was insane, to be honest.
Yeah. Oh, jeez. This could, if it somehow does that, if it ups the last one, it could get in the 90s, maybe. I don't know
Yeah.
how likely that is, but.
Because these movies seem to be getting better and better as they keep going on. It's
Yeah,
insane. Yeah.
I'm stuck between two. I'm gonna play it. Now let's go. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse.
Smart choice.
We're gonna do.
That's also part 1 of 2, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, you're up.
All right. What should I do? Uh. Sorry. Yeah, I'm gonna go with You Hurt.
You hurt my feelings.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
here.
coming out pretty soon. It's got a 75. I don't
Let
know,
me
man.
double check to make sure that didn't change. Okay, yeah, still 75. Still 75. Okay. 'Cause I know I put that a little while ago. All right. All right. I don't know. I thought I was stuck between Asteroid City and Spider-Verse, but now I'm just gonna take Asteroid City.
Yeah. I mean, the French
Wes
Dispatch
Anderson.
did like kind of like middle of the road. Only for I want to preface this for Wes Anderson because his works
Yeah.
have been right. So,
Did,
I think
yeah,
I'm not
74. Yeah.
sure. Yeah,
I think this one might be a little bit better. It's like Can.
yeah. It definitely looks like the most Wes Anderson movie since the Grand Budapest Hotel.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, you're up.
I'm up. Okay. What's No Hard Feelings about?
That's the Jennifer Lawrence.
Oh yeah, that's right. But it's a comedy,
Yeah.
and it's a bit risky to do that shit.
Yeah.
There is a part of me that wants to choose Gran Turismo just because of Neil Blomkamp's track record. Like his District 9 was phenomenal, but then everything else after that was a little bit, mixed bag.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not sure here. This is a tough one.
I mean, there is Bottoms at a 79 out of 100. It hasn't. It comes out in August on.
August?
That was it was a film festival premiere.
Yeah, but like it might go down a little bit from there. That's the only thing.
Maybe.
Because if it's at 79 now, you know what? I feel like Pixar is always a pretty safe bet. I'm gonna go with Pixar. Elemental. Yeah. I know that movie is probably it's like a metaphor. What's it called? Interracial marriages or something like that, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit. It's a little bit of a.
What if elements? I love all these fucking like Pixar ideas. What if rats had feelings? What if feelings had feelings? What if black people had feelings with soul? And then what if elements had feelings? This is crazy. Oh my goodness.
What if fire was angry?
Oh yeah, true. What if fire was angry? What if a volcano fell in love? My goodness. What if a mother could birth a dumpling and then raise it as her own? My God.
Yeah.
Bow.
I'm gonna go with Bottoms. I have
That's a
faith
really
in this
funny
movie.
name.
Yeah.
What's it about?
It's about these. I think it says two teenage girls in high school who are lesbians who start a fight club in their girls' washroom at the school to become more popular.
What the fuck?
And to
That
sleep
sounds
with
awesome. What the? I
cheerleaders,
should watch that show.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I might have to fuck it. So it's on Prime, you said?
It
It's
should be
gonna be
in
on Prime?
Prime in August. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I might need to set a
Oh wait,
reminder for
I need to
that.
add one more show to the list. That I forgot
Sure,
about.
man.
I Am a Virgo by Boots Riley, who did Sorry to Bother You. Do you
Oh
remember
my
Sorry to Bother
god.
You?
Gee, I don't know. Let me ask the horse cock in the God. That was insane. That movie was just I don't
This
even
one
know what to
isn't going to
say.
be any more normal. Just, for reference
Yeah,
of what
I
his
know it's his
Metacritic score for
style.
the
It just
movie.
I don't know, man. That was bloody crazy. I still liked it. Don't get me wrong. It was just shocking.
It's like in June 23rd I saw. Yeah. Is it my pick? No, it's your
No,
pick. It's your pick.
you just picked
Yeah,
bottoms.
it's your pick, yeah.
Okay. How many movies have I chosen?
You've chosen five movies.
Okay, so I've got three more movies and I need six more. No, sorry, and I
Two
need
more.
two
Two
more
more.
TV shows.
Yeah.
Okay. Hmm. Let's see. What should I choose here?
We are at like the the bottom of the pack at this point.
What is Talk to Me about?
Talk to Me is I don't know too much about it. It's an A24 movie
Oh, okay.
with Raka Raka directing. The YouTube.
Oh wait, no, that's right. Oh, wait. 97 on Rotten Tomatoes.
Wait, already. Oh, it does have a Metacritic score already. I
Oh
guess.
fuck,
Oh
I'll
yeah,
still Talk to Me then. Yeah.
72 out of
No,
100.
that's right. Fuck. No, I used to watch those guys on bloody YouTube, and they were making these ridiculous shorts about like bloody Master Chief and like Harry Potter like beating each other up. It was surprisingly high production value for a YouTube video at the time. So, I'm gonna ride with those highly Australians. I'll thank you very much.
All right.
Talk to me. Yeah. Sweet.
All right. I'm gonna go with. I think I got it. I'm gonna see if they've been bullshitting us. I'm gonna go with the Flash, even though
All right.
actually I don't know. This could be bad.
Fair enough.
Okay, I'm just gonna do it. There's probably gonna be some people who review bomb it, like just because of Ezra Miller.
Of course.
So we'll see. I guess. Yeah.
Kind of to be expected,
I
though.
feel a little bit. I don't know. I'm not sure about that, but we'll see.
All right, I think I'm gonna choose Transformers
All right.
because I like Transformers and I like Anthony Ramos, so I'm gonna pick it.
Do you want me to remind you of what was the last? What was the last? With Bumblebee?
Bumblebee, it did okay critically,
okay.
actually. It was the best Transformers rated movie critically.
66.
Yeah, it's not horrible.
It's not bad.
Because everything else before that was like, really low.
Yeah.
So yeah. Yeah. Also, side note, the person I'm pretty sure the person who directed Bumblebee is what's it called? Is Phil Knight's son or something like that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Gran Turismo, baby.
Really?
I'm gonna
Okay.
snatch that up. I don't know.
Fair enough.
I have a better feeling about that than I guess most of the other stuff. I guess you could go Theater Camper Guardians to be safe for a decent movie, but I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
I'm gonna not play it safe.
All right. I'm gonna take a look. You know what? I think I'm gonna go Class of '09 for TV shows.
Oh, okay. Oh, sorry. It does have a Metacritic score already, I think.
Oh.
So let me
Actually, I
double
should probably
check
take a
what
look at that first.
Yeah, take that into consideration. Yeah, 63.
Oh.
Great.
Has anything for the Idol come out by any chance?
No, it is premiering at Cannes this week, but I think maybe today even. But yeah,
Nothing yet.
when does the Idol premiere? No, not at Cannes. May 22nd.
May 22nd.
That's
Okay, so
today.
no-
That is today.
Oh, Jesus, the 22nd,
It'll
alright.
premiere this afternoon. So you
Yeah.
would probably know it at the end of the day.
Okay.
But
I got you. Okay, You know what? I'm gonna take another risk. I think I'm gonna go Ahsoka.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think critics are ready to slam The Idol, if I'm being honest. If it's like,
Yeah, I'm kind of getting that vibe too, because the main actor is a nepotism baby, and it's The Weeknd in his acting debut. I'm
and
pretty
it's
sure.
Sam Levinson, who I think critics
Yep.
never really liked him, and now with all the stuff, the drama behind the making of this thing, it's
Hmm.
probably going to be even worse.
Wait, what's the drama behind the making of this? What's happening?
You haven't heard?
No, I
Uh,
don't think I have
how do I
actually. What's going
describe
on?
this really quickly? It the so it was originally being showrun by was it? Yeah, yeah. This woman, Amy
Yep.
Smets, I believe.
Mhm.
She was the original director and one of the showrunners. But then after like filming a lot of it, uh, the Weeknd decided it was being made through too much of a feminist lens. So they scrapped most of it, reshot a lot of it, and apparently that fallout was very toxic. And then they brought in Sam Levinson, and they included a lot of much more vulgar, weird scenes. There's a whole Rolling Stone
Oh,
article
come
about it.
on, man. Why did the Weeknd not do that?
I don't know. I don't know.
I thought it was a bit better than that, to be honest with
Yeah, yeah. Uh, Yeah, scrapping a nearly $75 million project scrapped and rewritten and reshot.
you. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
uh, Fuck. Well, that's not very encouraging. Choose that.
Yeah, anyways. Not great.
Yeah, so I assume you're not gonna choose that show then.
No.
We can leave that in the
I'm gonna
chopping
go
block.
with I Am a Virgo, I
Cool.
think. Yeah. Behind my guy Boots Riley.
How many? I have one more movie choice left on.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny is a medical show already.
Yeah. It's not very good.
Yeah, no. That's not.
53.
I. Uh, it's right there. Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes me sad, man. But you know what? That means that Kingdom of the Crystal Skull is no longer the worst movie in the series, probably. So I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, yeah, that's something at least. Um, there's really not a lot of great choices left, is there?
No, not really.
Uh,
There might be a couple more streaming movies popping up that I didn't because I think I went through like the theatrical list of what's coming out.
that's
But
that's okay. I think we can just keep it
I think it's
theatrical.
fine, yeah.
I'm not the biggest fan of some streaming movies, anyways. Most streaming movies, actually. You know what? Guardians is already solid. I think I might just pick that one.
all right,
Yeah, it's a good little thing to pad out my score a bit.
all right. Um, hmm. I can't imagine any of these going over 70, except maybe True Detective season. What did True Detective season 3 even get? $72. So it'll probably be around that. I'm assuming. But I'm gonna
We
take a
haven't seen
risk.
True Detective in ages. I'm just surprised. I didn't even realize it's still going.
Yeah. No. I.
Why
Then
is it
again, it
taking
might
so long
not-
to get more seasons out?
Yeah. I'm gonna actually go with The Idol. I. I don't. What did? Yeah.
It's pretty risky, man.
Yeah. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna stick with it. I don't know.
God damn. Well, good luck
I mean,
with
even
that.
Euphoria isn't even critically acclaimed, so I'm like 74 season 2.
Mm.
Like, it's probably gonna get worse. Man.
I mean, maybe. I mean, I don't know. Euphoria season 3, they're all out of high school. And apparently, a time jump to where they're adults and doing their work. So
Yeah.
It could be good. You know,
yeah.
I mean, bloody Jacob Elordi's training because Nate's supposed to be a police officer when he's grown up. So
Oh, well, that makes a lot of sense.
it does, for his character. To be honest, I think that's a pretty reasonable progression. You know,
Yeah,
he's gonna be one of those cops who likes to bully people, probably.
probably.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Stop resisting, unarmed black man. He's got a gun. Oh no. Like
Anyways.
that's definitely what his character's gonna do. Anyways.
I'll stick with the idol.
All right. Well, good. Maybe good choice. Maybe this will just like
They could
actually
sink
be
me.
surprised. Yeah.
Could end up at like a
It's
40,
definitely gonna be a surprise, either for good or for bad. We'll
probably.
see. You know what? Oh wait, no, I'm done with movie choices, aren't
You're
I?
done with
Shit.
movie choices, yeah.
Okay. I need a TV show. Go with. What are the other Metacritic scores for Never Have I Ever? Do you mind if we take a look at that real
Yeah,
quick?
sure. Because I actually have no idea either. They're probably okay. 80 overall. What was last season? 84. Yeah, pretty good actually.
Okay, I'm gonna choose Never Have I Ever then.
All right. Yeah, I had no idea honestly. So
Fair enough. Okay, we've got our Metacritic scores then. Solid.
all right, solid.
Cool.
Yeah, and it comes out pretty soon, so you should know soon what
Yay.
the next season has. All right. Well, yeah,
Coolio.
that was good. All right.
That was very good.
All right. Well, again, thanks everyone for watching. Yeah, and this has been the Dead Film Critics Society podcast, and we hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you guys next time.
Peace.
See you guys.
Bye bye.
All right.